We can see your slide.
Hello everyone, my name is Yuna Lee at立命館University. Today, I want to present about the relations between studying environment and memory for about 8 minutes. My presentation consists of 5 parts: introduction, methods, results, discussion, and conclusion. Then let's start. Have you ever heard about that? Studying with blue pens is good for memory improvement? Or have you ever heard about that? Studying using electronic devices is bad for your concentration and memory? These are stories that I heard a lot from teachers and internet when I was in middle and high school. So I was just wondering if the color of the pen affects people's memory. And I always wondered how much the surrounding environments affect people's memory when studying. To solve these problems, 2 experiments were conducted. And finally, through 2 experiments, I comprehensively analyzed which methods are effective for improving memory the most. As I just mentioned, the 2 experiments were conducted. All of them were selected as university students of the same age, and the notebook and the pen company all used the same thing. And both experiments used TOEFL English word book. And the experiments were conducted by using Zoom at the same time. The electronic device used an iPad and used a note application called GoodNotes 5. The colors of the pen used in the experiment were 6 subjects: black, red, blue, green, purple, and pink. As for the color of the pen were selected based on the highest percentage of the questionnaire participants conducted in advance. Black, blue, and red were selected in the order of high and followed by purple, pink, and green in the order of the most mentioned among others. In the first experiment, all 6 subjects memorized 60 English words for 40 minutes using paper notebooks, and I analyzed which color pens are best for memory improvement by the number of correct words. In the second experiment, 3 people using electronic devices and the other 3 people using paper notebooks, and I analyzed which is the best equipment by the number of correct words. The table shown now is the result of first experiment. In the case of the experiment, the pink pen had the lowest correct answer rate, 40, and it was then lower in the order of red, purple, and black, and next was blue, and green was the highest with 56. And this is the result of the second experiment. In the first experiment, blue and green results were the same, so both colors needed to be used. So the second experiment was conducted twice using different English words. First, it is the correct answer rate when all subjects used green pens. Each subject's correct answer rate did not show a significant difference. However, each result of paper note is higher than iPad, and when calculating the average, the correct answer rate, the iPad is 44 and paper note is 48. The paper notebooks present a higher correct answer rate than electronic devices. Next is the correct answer rate when all subjects used blue pens. In this case, each result of paper notebook is higher than iPad, and when calculating the average, the correct answer rate of iPad is 45 and paper note is 49. The paper notebooks present a higher correct answer rate than electronic devices too. Then, why did these results come out? In the case of first experiment, when I looked up several papers on color, there was a study showing that green has the function of relaxing the eyes and psychologically being comfortable then. And blue was often expressed with words such as comfortable, secure, and tender. I think the correct answer rate for green and blue was the highest because these color functions influenced people's psychology and were able to memorize words with calm and stable concentration. On the other hand, in papers, red and pink were often expressed using the words threatening, aggressive, powerful, and exciting. And black is strong and masterful. I think the red and pink correct answer rates were the lowest because these functions interfere with psychological stability and concentration. And in the case of second experiment, electronic devices such as iPad generate electromagnetic waves, and I saw the results of a paper that these electromagnetic waves affect our brain. The paper says that although electromagnetic waves are invisible, people cannot focus deeply on something because it gives to people continuous stimulates on the brain and gives to people continuous stress. Therefore, the experiment conducted this time also analyzed that the rate of correct answers of paper notebooks was higher than electronic devices because electromagnetic waves made it impossible to concentrate on memorizing English words and lowered the brain function.
1 minute left.
Finally, to summarize the conclusion of the experiment, first, among the 6 colors used in the experiment, the effective colors for memory improvement are green and blue pens. And using paper notebooks is better than using electronic devices for improving memory. From these 2 conclusions and the results table of each experiment, the following final conclusions could be clarified. It can be concluded that using paper notebook and blue pens works best for memory improvement. And then, using a paper notebook and a green pen was second. And third was using a blue pen and an electronic device. And the fourth was using a green pen and an electronic device. In other words,
Time's up.
it was concluded that it was most effective to use a paper notebook and a blue pen when memorizing something. Here is the references. Thank you for listening.